alert everybody, will be coming live soon. Hey, good morning, everybody. We will be with you shortly. Everybody, we're just solving one microphone problem here from our guest, and we will be right with you. Good morning, everybody. We'll be with you shortly here. Just making sure our guest is all good and the guest is restarting their computer. And so you've got me and Pedro for a second here. Pedro, good morning, man. What's happening?
Good morning. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. What's up, Daddle? What is up, everybody? We got Peach Toshi Barkamoto in the house today. I'm gonna call him.
Hopefully he's gonna be in the house.
PTB. What's up, PTB? And we got P2PM in the house. We got Dar Baby in the house. Who else? We got Chuck in the house. What's up, Chuck? What up, Doctor? Hope you guys are doing well. What up, Jesus? Hope you're doing well. Every time I say that, I feel sacrilegious. Forgive me, Lord.
Call him Jesus.
Jesus. We got Shireen, Miss Spurgis also in the house. Where's Mr. Spurgis? He's probably working, or mining the fiat. What's up, Michael? I hope you're doing well. With Peaches, hey man, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. If you guys could do us a favor, hit that like and subscribe button, and as well, please share us to your preferred social media. That would be absolutely amazing. That always helps us out very much, just to get our name out and what we're doing. And if you don't mind, please hit that heart button. That heart button does actually help with the algorithms. So if you don't mind doing that, we would greatly appreciate that. Also, for everybody in Peaches' group, by you guys sitting that out, it also allows people to be able to hear us, as well as your project
Michael
as well.
Are we onboarding Presidente or what? Yeah, you are, but Presidente needs a new computer. So better moon that token so he can afford a new computer.
Yes. What up, Space Cat? Good to see you. Hey, and just give everybody a heads up, we are going to be doing Full Rant Friday today. Oh, snaps. I think we got him.
Page. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. We're just getting started here. Thanks for holding on while we got started. A little late. Technical problems solved. You know, this is DYOR Live. We always have it. I tried to do too much. We got the problem. Anyway, like I said, as we get started here, we got a good show for you. I see the house is full here today. That's always a good thing. Lots of comments. We got people from the Stag community, from the Reward Token community, from Operation Phoenix, and of course, from the Peaches community. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, everybody. My show, the intro music always goes a little longer than I planned. In my mind, it's a little over a minute, but it's a 2-minute intro. And it's a little too long. I'll have to work on that. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to DYOR Live. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking, here in the digital media world, and so glad to be hosting another episode of DYOR Live here on the DYOR Media Network. That's right, coming to you daily, pretty much daily all the time now with the crypto talk show. We cover all sorts of stuff, from policy and regulation to meme coins now, since it's meme coin season, politics to just whatever's going on in the world. We'll even talk about your crappy neighbor down the street, whatever you want to talk about. But anyway, we're here to bring you the best content in the best possible way to keep you entertained through, to teach you through entertainment and education. I've been doing this show a long time here with Pedro Garcia, my crypto host. Pedro, what's happening?
What up, my dog? How you doing? Whoa, 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 whoa. What's up? How you doing? I don't even know where that came from.
Every day here.
Every day it's crazy out in here. I
guess the delay put me off my intro a little here too.
It's all good. No. Always
but
ultra.
Anyway, we got a good show for you today.
Yeah.
Like we said, it's meme coin season, so our partnership with the Defi Dojo Lounge has been running full strength. And this will be our third AMA with them this week. So JBee and Ariane, thank you very much for that. And obviously to the guys at Assure DeFi for being behind the scenes of that as well. But first, before we get into our guest of the day, which will be Based Peaches, and we'll tell the story about that in a little bit if you don't know who Peaches is. But first, we want to get into BTC. And Pedro, what's going on in the markets right now?
That's a great question. On a side note, this is Tom's gonna hate this because we've talked about going over this for a second. Just to give, we'll go over Bitcoin in just a second. STX from my main man. We said we were going to cover this and we didn't. If you look at the 8-period moving average on the weekly, we've been playing off of this here real quick. You can see that. Okay, and the fact is that we're coming back down. We went above previous highs, came back right to previous highs as well. So this is a nice area to actually get in and buy. You have a monthly demand zone sitting right here as well with STX. So that's looking pretty plush. If we do see it come down even further, I'd expect to see us hit that 8-period on the monthly, which is sitting at about that 1.8 to the 1.7. So the fact is that I do like it coming back down and it's at a good spot. All right, that's it. Let's check out Bitcoin, BTC, aka Mr. Beast, aka Taylor Swift, aka Swifties.
Feed the algorithm. Feed
it. You know, all right, let's get into this. All right, so Bitcoin right now is looking actually pretty decent. Why is this right here? What's up with this? See, some of this thing would be crazy. They just be putting lines on my line.
That's just lines. Them's just lines.
Them been lying. Oh, I know what that is. Shoot. Okay, there we go. That's why that was all looking all crazy.
P2P movement. Thanks for joining us.
Yep. All right, guys. So I bring this up because, again, we're playing off of the descending triangle here. Now, this is really important to pay attention to because as this continues, right, like if this thing continues down, I'd expect us to come and play off of this area right here. So you see this right here, how we hit the top here. I expected this. Once I started, like, obviously, we talked about this last week. I was expecting this to go up, but we didn't go up. And so I was like, all right, well, the fact is, and I think me and Tom were talking about this day where I expect this to go down to touch this lower area here. And sure enough, it did come low. It hasn't hit that yet. So we're just consolidating within this period between the all-time high, which is basically that 68,000, 69,000-ish, to the to this lower base right here where you see this line. It's called a trend line. I expected to see it play off of. Right now, the 8-period is not really engaged. You can see we're just kind of cutting through back and forth with it. So I can't really say it's working. So right now we got to put in just a consolidation period to see what's happened. We've seen this before, right, over this last bull runs, right, where we see volume stepping out, but we see it consolidating, right? And a lot of times I'm realizing that's a strategy that they do use to throw off the traders like me that take their buys because everybody's trying to buy Bitcoin. So that's cool. Long story, that is it in a nutshell. That was funny because I put it in nutshell and that's it together and it came out shit. Pardon me for my language. Forgive me.
It was just a little bit of peach fuzz. That's what it was.
A little bit of peach. Speaking of peaches, Peach Toshi Bakamoto. If you
What's up?
What's up?
Hold on.
Oh.
Hold
no.
on,
Wait, I just want to. Do you have any thoughts on BTC?
I'm very bullish on BTC. I think overall, with the halving, we're going to see it rally up really big, and then either have a really like really big drop, either before or after that. And then I just truly believe after that it's going to go past 100K. I'm hoping, depending on what the Feds do with interest with the rates. But typically in election years, we typically see rates go down, which means more money in the economy, meaning these assets absolutely mooning. So that's what I'm praying for. That's what I'm hoping for, because we all want to see Bitcoin at 100K plus. So that's the goal here, and that's my overall market sentiment.
I love it. And just I was asked by Mr. Tom Oliver, do you expect it to come down? Honestly, if we do come down, we're going to come and bounce. If we come lower, I would expect us to be playing hopscotch in between the 61,000 to that 57,000 and all the way back up, playing off of this descending line here, as you see on the screen. So I would expect this right here, just because they're trying to consolidate. Because remember, when they sell off, what happens? When they push the market down, and I mean, who are they? Talking to the institutional guys, because they're trying to buy. They push the market down. What do people do typically? They sell off their positions, especially day traders, right? And so then that sell, somebody has to take that other side, which is a buy. And that's institutional buyers that are trying to get in until we get to that nice day of April 19th. But that's just what I see what's coming. So yes, Tom Oliver, if we do see it come down, I would expect it to be playing off of that 61,000, 57,000 area. And we all know Mr. Saylor will probably jump in and buy a ton more as well. So yeah.
He's always a buyer.
Yes, he is. Okay, then.
Let's see. I think we had one more question about BTC over here. It was. I'm sorry, you addressed it. Is it expected to drop much more before the halving? But on that note, you brought up the topic of the day, which was the Fed. And what's going on with them? Yesterday, Powell muddied the waters with the whole thing by talking about hinting that the rates were going to have to go up.
Yep.
And the market has been saying we want obviously the rates to come down and all that, and the Fed has been saying we want to hit that 2%, 2% inflation rate.
Yep.
And potentially, if it naturally goes lower, that's fine too. And every, I'm like, you can't turn this giant behemoth of economy around that fast.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't work that way. You can't tank it or slow it down. You can't get inflation under control, especially when the money printer's going. And the money printer's still going. We got to print another $7 trillion, or take care of another $7 trillion in bond sales in the next, couple of weeks or something like that. Mm-hmm. And so there's this, and needless to say, we're throwing money at defense right now. And that is right into manufacturing, and that is right into the economy directly. And so the inflation can't slow that fast. And here he is saying, well, it might inch up, and the market's saying, well, we expected you to say it was going to go down. But Pedro, you've been talking about it for forever, with the difference between the bond yields and the bond prices and things like that are different than what's coming out of Powell's mouth.
Exactly.
About what's going on.
That's exactly. And you just nailed the point, because this is where it's been very frustrating for me to sit there and see the BS actually coming out of the Fed's mouth. So we're seeing them actually, traders, major large banks coming in, and they're buying up the yield on the actual chart. And so I'm sitting there and I'm watching them come in and push the market up. I mean, you can see us playing off that 8-period moving average. This is a daily chart. This thing always does it. I don't understand why it deletes that.
Your bond chart hates you?
No, it's not even that. It's bruh.
It's not just technical issues on my end. It's technical issues on Pedro's end.
Oh, it's just I don't even understand why it just does this. Give me 1 second. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to reset this. Not reset it. Okay, we got 8.
Well, one of the problems going on here is also we have an unemployment problem, and each administration reports their numbers differently.
Yes.
And one of the harbingers of the falsehoods coming out of I shouldn't say falsehoods. I should say the juggling of the nuts of the numbers here is Canada just came out, and Canada is an election year, and they don't want to put out any bad news at all. The government doesn't want zero bad news. Well, it's not quite an election year, but it's leading up to it, and it's a big deal. And they just announced that inflation rocketed up to 6%. And Canada's been underreporting this stuff for a long time. And so Canada's inflation is popping up a lot faster. That means, our economies are so linked. Canada's really a microcosm of the U.S.
Yep.
And outside really terrible, worse government policies than they currently have. It's going to be similar to the U.S. And so unemployment's going to rise in the U.S. too. Now, obviously, unemployment's a downward effect on inflation because there's less money being pumped into that. But it's not fast. None of these things are fast. Daryl says, no jugglers abound.
So, and I want to bring this up because we were talking about this earlier. So over the last 3 or 4 administrations, we've actually seen a change in the quantification of the economic numbers, especially during report times, right? And so over the last 4 administrations, they've actually changed the quantification and how they go through and calculate economic data, and they leave out. And so if you look back 30 years ago, they had a complete system, whereas today now they leave those numbers out. And I call it number fuckery because, and I hate to use that word, but it's really what they're doing. They're just they're fuckerying around. And
in their defense, compared to 20 years ago during the Obama administration, we've gotten so much better. We've got way much more big data now. We've got all sorts of new avenues, a way to track things. So I can see plenty of skullduggery maybe going on or updating, but still I believe there's plenty of effery going on too.
Yeah, and this is where it's kind of frustrating for me as I look at this market and I see really kind of what's going on, and almost I feel like they're absolutely lies, especially when it comes to the housing market. I always bring up the housing market in relationship to, and I think because we all know housing is what moves the world, right? We know that and this is really important, you as a debt clock. And I bring this up because this is always one of those things that I've been talking about. All my friends know, they're almost at ad nauseum, right? Oh my goodness, it dropped already $1,000. All right, so this right here, this number right here, new home medium sales as well as existing
nobody can
medium.
read it.
Come on.
You can talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Here you go.
This
right
if they're
here
on their phone, it's not going to happen.
At the beginning of the year, this number was literally this was 480,000, right? The end of the year for the medium house pricing. I'm talking this has dropped almost 60 or more than $60,000, right? Of a drop. And nobody's talking about the drop in housing prices, medium. And then this right here, the medium right here for current pricing, this right here is almost 40,000. So this is nuts. And nobody's talking about it. And this is only as of April. This is April. So this is a big deal, right? Of the dropping of housing, people not buying. So it's not being talked about, and sooner or later, that's really where the slowdown is in the economy of people buying and selling.
Right.
And because you got to fill that house up with TVs and with all the other stuff, food and that's what we're seeing. So, anyways, in a nutshell, and that I think that's really one of those things when we're looking at the economy, it's a very frustrating tell, right? By simply just looking at the bonds versus the interest rates, looking at the 2-year and 10-year inversion, and then additionally to that, looking at the actual housing pricing, it very screams to me. And look, it drops. We're having higher highs and higher lows. Higher highs and higher lows since February, and they keep saying they're going to slow down on
right. You've been talking about this since February,
dude.
and every time Powell gets on, we were like, wait a minute, this is a disconnect here. But finally, Powell had to get up and eat his own shorts here, and we saw the market tank. But as you can see over my shoulder, BTC's rebounding here a little bit, creeping back up to 68. So hopefully the fear and greed index is coming back. But anyway, that leads me to the quick part of the show where I just want to quickly talk about our sponsors here, because our guest has another appointment shortly after this one. So I'll run through this quickly. Over here on the bar over here, you see Audit Chain. Audit Chain's main product is their Luca suite of software and Pacioli AI software for the accounting world. And what they do is using a logic and reasoning engine to go in, that's all machine learning AI, not large language models, but what they do is they go in and they ingest all the data at the SEC for 10Ks and all those reports and all that type of stuff, and in the UK and in Europe and all that type of stuff. And they tell you if financial reports are accurate, what information they're missing, and they can compare one period to another. And they can ferret out issues. We went over the Silicon, after the major banks fell, we went back and ingested all of their stuff. And if you had been using audit chain software, you would have seen this coming a long way in advance. And it eliminates, weeks of Deloitte people and EY people crunching over computers and flying all over the country using artificial intelligence now. So it's a good thing. You want to learn more about them, hit auditchain.finance or pacioli.ai. Links in the bottom down here. Also, Camuso CPA. There's only a little bit more time in the U.S. for the hit your tax season. Patrick Camuso is a crypto CPA. Hit him up in the link if you got any questions. He'll talk to you about stuff. He'll give you a free evaluation of your situation. If you got a letter from the IRS saying, we use Chainlink to find your DeFi wallets, then Patrick can help you get out of the joint. Go see him. That's it, because my other sponsor and partner is Defi Dojo, and it's that time of the day for the Defi Dojo segment. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, the music didn't start. Oh, I had the music down. You like my new opening, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our sponsored segment of the day from the Defi Dojo. As I say down here, this segment is powered by Defi Dojo. And as you can see from the graphics down here below me, we've got on the show Based Peaches, a base chain meme coin that started up recently. And we got the crowd from Peaches in the comments here. I point over here because that's where they are. And we got their El Presidente and Dev on the line here, who I'll refer to. Whose name is Peach Toshi Barkamoto, otherwise known as Miss Peaches, or we'll just call him Peach. Peach, welcome to the show here.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. Really love the environment that you guys have created, the platform that you guys have, and really in awe, honestly, of your community and what you guys have built so far. So good job on that.
Thanks,
thank you very much. We'll take a little ass pandering here all day. Trust
all
me.
day long. All day long. Give it to me.
All day. Anyway, so we've got Based Peaches here, a new coin. You've been out just for a little bit here. Give us the 10-second elevator pitch on how Based Peaches came to be.
Amazing. Yeah, guys. So basically, Base Peaches came out is, we saw billions and billions and billions of dollars flowing through dog meme tokens, but not one dog was saved in the process. So we saw a new potential meta that we could innovate and create on, and we started this new charity token. Miss Peaches, if you don't know, is Dave Portnoy's dog. She's already viral. She was rescued from a doghouse in Atlanta, and he pushes a big narrative. He pushes a lot of merch, trying to donate and raise awareness to have people donate instead of buying. Not donate, adopt instead of buying. And we went along with that narrative, and it's been 7 days since launch. We have over 4,000 hodlers. We did over 45 million in trading volume, and it's just the beginning. So we're very excited to let the community know about what we have in store and what we're here to do.
It's good. Quickly, I need to just interrupt. I forgot to do something on the intro here. That is important. Whoops! I still got the doors open here. It just developed the doors here, so bear with me here. But anyway, what I like to say is on our show, it's a live show on camera and stuff like that. And one of our requirements here is to be on camera or KYC'd with some organization. And thanks to Assure DeFi here, Based Peaches is KYC'd and checked out by Assure DeFi. And so if you're a project that needs to get their act together and get a lot of credibility, go over to Assure DeFi. The link is in the bottom to Based Peaches results from their KYC, and of course you can hit the website up there, and hopefully Chapo over there will send more business our way, because we are pitching him here. You heard me, Chapo. Assure DeFi. Anyway, sorry to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt you there. Peaches, but so you've actually established a charity.
Yeah, like
give money.
I wouldn't say a charity yet. It's a charity initiative meme token. So instead of like all these meme tokens, we're raising awareness and we have some sort of functionality where we do donations. Our main goal is to be, like I said, the first $1 billion meme token to actually save thousands of dogs, right? All these other dog tokens. It's so that we're really excited about that, and that's what we're really looking forward to.
Well, that's good. I just remember a couple of weeks ago, Pedro and I were talking about this, and we saw the connection between chains and dog-themed meme coins. And if you had listened to this show for the past few years, you would hear me just shine on meme coins and like, this ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous thing ever, even though people are making scads of money on them. And then as more chains came about, and as meme tokens, but mainly dog-themed meme tokens, brought investors into that chain better than any marketing money that chain could do. I mean, obviously Base has Coinbase behind it, so they have big money muscle behind it. But most chains don't have Coinbase behind it, and they linger or just hang out for a while, and then a meme coin, mostly a dog-based one, comes on, and people bridge zillions, and then their TVL goes to the moon over there. I think your token is likely to cause that as well.
100%. Thank you. Yeah. That's our whole intention here. I mean, the reason why we chose Base, for those of you guys that don't know, Base is a cheaper layer 2 option of Ethereum. So, everyone loves trading Ethereum. No, they hate trading Ethereum, but they love Ethereum. So that's why people stop trading Ethereum meme coins, because just the taxes were too high. So Base came about, and obviously with their mass, very big user base, they were able to make bridging and make buying these coins so easy that you can literally do it on a Coinbase app. So they have over 100 million users. So we saw the volume moving here, and that's why we made the decision to, let's go over to Base. Let's be a first mover. Because you look at Solana, you look at all these other ones, there's so many dog tokens. And there is a few on Base that are over the 100, 200 mil range. But we said we still have less competition, and we still have more inflow of people to come. Just last week, Base flipped at Solana on trading volume, daily trading volume. So, that's why we made the right decision. We're very happy about it. The gas fees are 10 times cheaper than usual Ethereum, but you're making Ethereum, able to stack that Ethereum, and you have a little bit more chance of a longevity aspect within base chain.
Well, in full disclosure to everybody, Pedro and I are investors in Based Peaches, as we put our meme coin allotment into it just to see what happens to it. By no means any sort of influential type of investment or anything like that. But I must say, it was my first time I've been in crypto a while now. And I've watched Base come out, and I guess it was, I don't know, when was it, last September that they launched? This was my first buy on Base, and so I had to figure out, okay, which wallet do I need to use? Okay, it's an EVM one. Okay, that works. And then how to bridge over, and I was like, and I realized that most of the bridges just take ETH and put it into wrapped ETH for Base, and I didn't have any ETH. It's like, because I've hated ETH for so long. So the last transaction I did on it was trying to get money out of a wallet that I had like $20 left in, and it said, sorry, it's $17 gas. And I'm like, come on, man. So I've just totally faded on ETH. And so I had to suck it up. And I know there's a bridge out there that kind of avoids ETH or keeps the fees low, but I couldn't find it. So I just went to the base bridge and moved it over. But it was very quick. I mean, my God, I clicked, and like 2 seconds later, it showed up in my wallet, and 5 seconds later, Pedro and I were owners of Based Peaches, baby.
Wow.
Based Peaches.
All right, Peach Toshi Bakamoto. Tell me,
what's your roadmap? Yeah, what's the roadmap going on here?
Yeah, so
where are you going?
Yeah, so as you guys see, we have a beautiful painted chart here. We're sitting at a 14 mil market cap. Our all-time high was 32. It's right there on the right side of the screen. We're at a $32 million all-time high market cap. Today we have, just under 2.5 million volume. We're starting to pick up. People are starting to hear the news. So, like I said, basically when we came out, our number one goal was to have a successful launch. Most projects have a 24-hour lifespan if they're lucky. We wanted to defy that, and so we had a lot of measures in place to you know, kind of get rid of the snipers and lower the possibility of being sniped, which is so detrimental to a project.
Yeah.
And then make sure that on that initial gift, we had buying pressure coming in. We have the team. First off, before a roadmap, I want to talk about the team. I truly believe that the team is everything when it comes to executing a vision. Ideas are cheap, execution is what costs. So, you know, the team consists of, you know, me and my co-founder. We have 3 devs. One of them is product. One of them is a complete auditor. He actually works for the government auditing blockchain and analysis. And then the third one is actual deployer who he's launched over 50 projects, done over, you know, a few $1 billion in market caps. And we have a very, very competent dev team because dev teams can be the life or death of your project. We understood
Absolutely.
that. So on top of that, we also brought in advisors. We understand that, you know, we have a great background in the crypto space. 2021, my co-founder and I, you know, we did a few big NFT projects, coin projects, but we wanted to bring in la creme de la creme. We're true believers of, you know, your network is your net worth. So we brought in 4 advisors. One of them is a VC hedge fund within the crypto space. 2 of them are really big KOLs, well respected in the space, which is why if you go on Twitter, you could see hundreds of KOLs tweeting us, retweeting us, especially even pre-launch. And then we also have 5 people on our design team working day in, day out, creating the best memes, best graphics. And then we have 5 community managers to help manage our social media. So for a meme token, a lot of people say you have a very big team, especially because you're so early. And we said, you know, our vision is 100 mil plus, nothing less. You know, our team tokens are locked. You know, everything is vested, and our main vision is.
Did you say 500 million market cap?
100 million plus. That's our.
Nah,
that's our
500 million plus, man. Come on. I feel like you're short circuiting this.
Yeah, we're talking about the short term, right? So
Yeah.
you know, we have a very competent team. Our advisors are absolutely amazing, which is why we've had a healthy project. So in terms of our roadmap, guys, our roadmap here is to raise awareness, obviously get Dave Portnoy to align with us. And
I was going to ask you.
Last project that Dave Portnoy retweeted was a fluke. He saw someone named a coin called Portnoy, and it 100x'd in a day from a retweet. They went from 250K to 25 mil market cap, and the team didn't know what to do, and then it just went down and down and down, and then it died. I spoke to the team, and they weren't expecting it. So now imagine with a team with a community of 4,000 plus people holders, you know, over 4,000 plus holders, and doing volume like this. Imagine that once we get that hype, you know, we're doing a Twitter Spaces tonight with Mario Nawfal. For those of you that don't know, he's one of the biggest like news guys on Twitter. Yeah. Our first.
Did you say Mario Nawfal?
Yeah, Nawfal.
Yeah, no, we know Mario quite
Holy
well.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did our launch AMA with him, and we had 170,000 people tuned in. First day, we hit over like 10 or 15 mil volume, just from that AMA. And today is our second AMA with him. You know, we just had 2 exchange listings announced. One went live today. We have L Bank live today. Tomorrow, for the viewers, you guys are getting exclusive here. Tomorrow morning, we are going live on Bitmart. And then we have another centralized exchange, decentralized exchange on a centralized exchange. I know it doesn't make sense, but it's basically a very, very, very big brand. They have a DeFi side of the brand on the same website, and we're going to be listed on the DeFi side. And we're going to be announcing that all tonight on the call. We're hoping to have over 120,000 people. We got Drake Bell coming on tonight. Like, I used to watch growing up. We got some very big influencers in the game coming up. We even got a few football players, really big NFL players coming up today. And our main goal with tonight's space is to get Dave Portnoy's attention, saying, hey, Dave, we got $50,000 to donate to a dog shelter of your choice. We made your Miss Peaches viral, and we continue to do this, and we will do this, and we want to donate on a continuous basis and be able to raise puppies. We'll see how that goes tonight. We did the 3-prong approach with Dave. You know, we reached out through multiple channels. We put billboards outside of his office. So I'm sure we got his attention. And tonight, only one could anticipate what will happen tonight. So,
I'm looking forward to it, man. That's gonna be.
You know, we've got a bunch of questions in the background here about a lot of my viewers are not that familiar with Base. So how do people buy your token? What's the best bridge and what's the best DEX?
Yeah, so Uniswap is usually the one you want to trade on. you can literally go to Uniswap. It gives you an option to bridge onto Base, or you could just simply Google it. There's many websites like app.bridge.base, I believe, and then you just make sure you guys DYOR on exactly how to bridge it. But it's very easy, especially if you're in the US. You have Coinbase, you could do it right on there. If you have an exchange account, you could send normal Ethereum to that account and then send out based Ethereum from the same account to your MetaMask, to your Trust wallet, whatever DeFi wallet that you may be using. And then the swapping mechanism will be done on Uniswap. And you can simply, once you get your bridge, you connect your wallet to Uniswap, input our contract address, and buy. Fairly simple. It's also on our website if you guys need more clarification. It's a really easy bridge. Before, 2 years ago, a bridge you'd have to wait 30 minutes to like a couple hours to get your. And then there's that little time period where you're sitting there like pooing in your pants, thinking that you got robbed, right? Because it hasn't hit, and you're just refreshing. But now it's like it comes within literal, like if not like under a minute. I'd like to say.
I had that first happen to me the other day when I bridged some. I forget where I was bridging it to. Maybe it was Kronos or something, and it didn't show up in my wallet. And I'm like,
wow.
Oh, come on, man! It showed up on one side of the bridge, and the other side of the bridge, it wasn't there. And I'm like, this can't be true. No, but what happened is during the bridging process, the gas went out of whack, and so instead of it converting it into the token I wanted, it just dropped it into USDT on the destination side. But USDT on Kronos wasn't in my wallet yet. So I didn't, I had to add the token to MetaMask to see it. So for about an hour, I'm like, ah! And of course, the project I wanted to buy 5x'd in that hour too. So that's how it works. Pedro, what questions you got here for Miss Peaches?
Well, Mr. Peach Toshi Bakermoto. I was looking at, I'm sorry, I just love saying the name, bro. That's cool. One thing that, and I bring this up, is the fact that your reach out to Portnoy, he's got a wide, vast network of people, right? Like we know that. On top of that, his show reaches, I think, almost like 100 million people. I mean, he's got something there, right? Like, so, if and that's just not even called Call Me Daddy, right? Like that one itself branched off. But, you know what I'm talking about, right? It's the girl.
Yeah.
And she has, I mean, dude, I've seen Degens on her show talking she's a crypto person too. So to sit there and play the both sides, are you trying to just really get into his own entire network? And once you do,
yeah. So we've already done that. So like I come from a sales background. I believe in the 3-prong approach. I believe in walking up to the door and asking. Yep. So for 2 days, Monday, Tuesday, we had a full truck outside of the Barstool office with the billboard playing, saying, "Hey Dave, we got money for you." Obviously, in majority of our tweets, we have over just over 1,000 followers. So everybody's tagging him whenever we post. And we reached out to Jersey. So actually, Jersey Jerry, a very big guy on Barstool, he hopped on our first AMA, and he was super bullish on base speeches. He's very close to Dave. So obviously, we're working with him to try to get Dave on. We reached out to a few of his employees. We reached out to a few of his partners because, like I said, our advisors, they're really big in the space. One of our buddies gambles with Portnoy, and we're very close to him. It's just about getting his confidence, because the last project he pushed was literally 250K market cap. We're at 14 million right now. So to think that he wasn't thinking that much to go, retweet a project with 250K market cap when it could have completely rugged. It was almost high risk, and thankfully it didn't. The people behind it had were good people, but for us, it's like, come on, look at our chart. You see volume, you see ups, you see downs, you see a community, and we're actually standing behind it. So I don't see in anyone's right mind who's, especially, it's not like he doesn't care about his dog. It's not like he's not raising capital for his dog to be able to donate. He actively pushes merch on his Twitter, saying 100% of this is going to be donated to different organizations.
Well, we saw that.
Interesting. I guess I didn't know that about him.
Yeah, he's huge on that. Like, I remember watching the unboxing. That's how I found him during COVID, right? He would crack me up. He'd cut himself. He'd open up boxes, and he would sit there and just simply say, "All right, go check these guys out." And he would eat people's pizza going through, like they would send him. And dude, he made literally people millionaires by them just simply unboxing their their stuff, and he would. And dude, I remember one time seeing one of his things go up to like 300,000 people watching him on Twitter. I mean, he was the most watched guy during COVID. And so I just thought that was, first of all, brilliant. But the fact is that he cares so much about small businesses, and that he really cares about connecting with people. Like, yeah, I hear he's a dick, but he cares about people, though. Look, I actually like that. I live out on the East Coast. People out here are dicks. I'm okay with that if you're a good person, though, right? Like, don't, what's the old saying? Don't piss on my head and tell me it's raining. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather you slap me than kiss me on the cheek. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? So I do like that about him. Like he's a good dude. May not be the nicest of men, but he's a good man.
100%. Yeah. So we're very bullish on the fact that it just makes sense. Like you took my dog, you made my dog more viral than she already is. She already has 1 million followers, man. 1 million followers. Yeah. So you made my dog more viral. You brought it in crypto. Now there's a mechanism within your project that actually could donate good big sums of money on a continuous basis, and you guys want to work long term with me, why not? Like, our long-term goal, guys, is to have Peach's doghouse and be able to save thousands of dogs through our doghouses around America and hopefully around the world, and then overall just be like an saving animal project. And we truly believe that if projects started taking this, even companies like the biggest companies, if they started taking the social responsibility pledge, and started donating even 0.5% of their profits, world hunger will be solved. Every single problem would be solved. But greed is, unfortunately, runs society, and rightfully, people got to eat, people got to survive. But people don't understand. They're in such a mindset of scarcity that for them to transfer over to the abundance mindset, being able to get back whether you want to call it God or the universe, it rewards you tenfold. That's what I truly believe in. Each one of my companies outside of this have a social responsibility pledge. We donate 5 to 10% of our profits yearly to a lot of children. We love children. Like, we love giving back to children, helping human trafficking children, and now we're helping dogs, right? So that's kind of our mission here. That's really our mission.
Well, you can't get more altruistic than that. Helping dogs and helping children. The two things that, if you can watch someone get hurt in an accident or a guy get murdered on Twitter or something like that, you're like, oh, that's terrible. But if it's a dog or a kid, it's like, I'm gonna go get that mother effer.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So, in terms, guys. So obviously we have a lot of hopefully some degens in here, and I'm gonna give you guys some very exclusive information.
Give it, baby.
Alpha time.
Oh, alpha. Snap! Look, I'm excited.
No, it's time for the
alpha noise.
Pull out your notes.
Wait. We can't hear you. Wait. Dude, that's such a loud thing, dude. Dude, what's up, bro? The thing's like loud.
Sorry, I forget.
Holy
I feed it to you at top
Totally,
volume.
I love it.
Yeah, let's go.
So this is one of the funnest AMAs I've been on. So So guys, obviously there's been a lot of hype. As you guys can see, our chart had a lot of growth in the last 48 hours. We're up as you guys can see, on the 3rd, we were at about a $4 million market cap, 4.5, and now we're all the way up to 14. And we almost hit just under 20 because people are whispering, and there's whispers going on. People are reading the writing on the wall. People are seeing what's going on. People are seeing the exchange listings coming. So, obviously, guys, we're expecting a lot of volume tonight on this Barrio Waffle. Like I said, last AMA, we had 170,000 listeners tune in. This AMA, it should be just that, if not more, especially with the big special guests we have coming on. I mentioned a few of their names, but we're going to be making some big announcements. We have another exchange coming. We also are implementing a game that will be released within hopefully the next week. We're just making sure all the protocols are being audited, that when people connect their wallet to the game, they're going to be able to have the protection and safety that is absolutely required. And this game will have a functionality where it'll either the community can vote. It's going to be either 100% gone to donations for the bets that are lost, and then 100% going back to buyback or burn. So we're coming out with a really cool game that's for the community in the Telegram, that people can go play, connect their wallet to, and be able to have a very fun time. It's a very simple game. It's very, very simple, but it's just another thing that we added onto the roadmap. As well, this weekend, we're going to be announcing partnerships with new communities. We have our meme contest going on. We have another art contest going on next week, a bunch of community activations. And we're really going hard on YouTube marketing. So like targeting big YouTubers and Asia. Asia loves
here we are.
Yeah.
So Asia,
That's a big deal.
Yes, Asia. Whenever we're going to bed on Easter and Asia comes, and a lot of those really big green candles that you see early morning, dawn of morning on Easter Standard Time with Asia, they love us, and we're going to start showing them more love and reaching out and investing more there because we have a lot of the Western Hemisphere. We have like some of the biggest names, but we understand that crypto is global, and we have some investors from Korea, we have some investors from Japan. And we're looking to really just all that side of the world. So that way, it's a constant cycle of movement on a chart where, like, when Eastern goes to bed, Asia wakes up, they're trading. When Asia goes to sleep, Eastern wakes up and they're trading. And we want a constant flow. Our goal is volume here. Our goal is giving back. And, a part of our roadmap is literally, once we hit 100 million market cap, we want to donate at least $100,000. And like I said, start building out those initiatives to actually be able to save dogs. But marketing is very key when it comes to this crypto game. And I'm very happy to say that we have some of the best marketing that is yet to come. It's only been 7 days, 7-day lifespan of a project, guys. We launched at 300K market cap. We're sitting at 14 mil. And we still have
how did you launch? Was it a stealth or was it a pre-sale?
So actually, I'm sure as you guys have seen, there's a big meta, or there was, in the last month on Twitter for pre-sales. So everyone was raising 10, 20, 30, 40 million dollars for pre-sales, literally tweeting an address and raising.
It's crazy.
It's only in history, this will be the only time people could raise this type of money, literally within days and hours. So we were going to do that approach, but then after studying the market, we noticed that it was just a cash grab for the devs. It was a cash grab for the team. They were raising 10 mil, taking home 3 mil before launch, putting 2 mil into marketing, 50% into LP, and calling it a day. And then the marketing kind of does itself because people are talking about it. You have 3,000 people in the pre-sale. You got to airdrop 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people. It's a complete disaster. So if you look at all those charts, you literally see a giant green dildo of
pretty much
going all the way up. Like literally, some of them will start at 50 mil market cap, go all the way to 200, and then within 24 hours, it's at like 10 mil market cap. So they're literally slow bugs, and we said, okay, we don't want to do that. Like, yes, of course, making a few mil before launch is kind of enticing, but we're not here for that. We're very successful. All of our partners and advisors are very successful in all realms of life. We don't need this money like a lot. Like we're not some crypto bros in a basement saying, "Hey guys, like let's move out of mom's basement. Let's go to the moon." Like it's not like that. This is really about sustainability and longevity, and this is why when we planned the launch of this, we did it strategically. So to my point, instead of doing a pre-sale and raising a stupid amount of money, we went private strategic. So we did a private strategic sale. We reached out to all of our biggest KOLs, all of our whale groups that we know 7
like that.
people in, and our listing partners, right? So every single person that we know would bring value. We raised about 1.2 mil in 24 hours. It filled really quickly just to our groups. And then people.
Oh, hold on, I think you're the last two things you just said just faded off into oblivion.
No worries. I think the Wi-Fi just got a hit. Do you hear me now?
Yeah.
So the beautiful thing about this private sale, guys, is that even our biggest KOLs, even our listing partners, every single person is vested. And to like, people need to understand, like, usually KOLs get 100% of their bag upfront after one tweet, and they're not incentivized to push longer. So we're actually one of the first ones in the space right now that are vesting our KOLs. Like I definitely think we're the first meme coin to vest KOLs, because meme coins 99% of the time go to nothing. So a KOL wants their bag up front. I totally respect it. I would too. But because of the people behind this, guys, they saw and they read the writing on the wall. So not only do we get our KOLs to put money in, but we got our KOLs to be vested. So anyone who did private sell or anyone who got paid tokens for marketing, they're vested over a month. It's weekly vests. And that's
wonderful.
Yeah, and then we also, another cool thing that we implemented is proof of support. So our KOLs aren't getting paid unless they're hitting our KPIs, and we have a full team that is auditing their Twitter, their Telegram, making sure that those KPIs are being set.
Now that's community involvement. That's a good way to look out for your token, is to get your community on to make sure people are holding up their end of the bargain.
Yeah, we even built a bot that tracks the wallets of our KOLs, so we know when they're selling. And when they sell, we call them out in the KOL group, and you know, if it's a disrespectful sell, I mean, we have a conversation with them, but so far, like I'd say 80% of our KOLs haven't even sold. They're very bullish on the project, and we could easily take this to 100 mil plus. I see these other projects with no utility, no good team, just really good marketing, you know, hitting 200, 300, 400 mil on base. So we're trying, like, that's what we're aiming for. We don't care about a 30, 40, 50 mil market cap. But in the short term, I'd say in the next week, we want to definitely break 50 mil market cap. So we have a lot of marketing lined up. We have a lot of spaces and AMAs every single day lined up. So I'm basically on the go 24/7, just talking and talking and talking. But it's what I'm good at doing as a founder, and really portraying our vision and showing people that we are the next big thing.
I love it.
All right, well, I believe it, and that's why Pedro and I put a little bit of our meme coin money into it, and hopefully all your marketing efforts and my little show here will help the efforts to get Dave Portnoy to tweet this, because you're damn sure I just opened up TweetDeck and put an alert on his account. You're damn sure. I got some based ETH locked and loaded, some ammo, as Chuck Jansen says, ready to go. For that. But anyway, we've come to the end of our time here with you. Really appreciate you coming on to the show in our DeFi Dojo spot here. I know you got to run to get off to the next AMA, but thanks for coming on. We'll check on with you in future. If you've got any big news coming up that you want us just to cover in our daily news events, just drop it in my DMs, and we'll be happy to spread the word about it. So Peach, Toshi, Barkamoto, and the entire Peaches community here. It's like all you guys from Atlanta, the Peachtree State. Thanks for joining us. I point over here so where my comment screen is. Thank you for joining us and coming out, supporting your project. I'll take this video, I'll put it up on YouTube separately, and all you guys will be able to share it with all your friends and give Pedro and I a whole shit ton of views. But anyway, so thank you for that. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me on. We hope you guys have an amazing rest of the show, guys. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at based_peaches. Check out our website, join our Telegram, come see what the community is about. We look forward.
All links in the bottom.
We look forward to seeing you guys at 100 bill market cap. Thank you guys so much for having us on.
Cheers. Have a good day, Peaches.
You too. Better, brother.
Oh, that was a good episode.
Yeah, good guy.
Of the DeFi Dojo.
Definitely. You got to do the closing set.
See? Oh, it didn't come. It didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, I have it on. I've been switching the screens here, but I have it on just on the live stream.
Do it one more time. Just see if we can figure it. Come on. Here we go. Come on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that was the DeFi Dojo segment here. And this section is wrapping up, and this is what I wanted to do, and it didn't work. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, the DeFi Dojo.
Where's the music?
I turned it off because I thought it was off.
It just did it.
See, I did new graphics. And
Oh, I love it. I love
I have to remember to sync my preview screen and what goes to the broadcast and all that type of stuff.
Well, let's go ahead and go over maybe some charts here in a few minutes, and then we're going to head over to FRF, Full Ramp Friday, baby. So that's going to be fun. We'll go. What is it that actually, you know, I guess we could do both, right? Where we could.
Right, hold on. Let's set some expectations here. We're going to be on the air another 10 minutes here. Then we're going to head over to Spaces. We're going to give the DeFi Dojo a little room here because Peaches went right from here to the dojo for their Twitter Spaces thing. So let's keep going for that here.
I see that. Yep. I see it.
And then we'll head over to Spaces in a little bit. I think they're going to be on for an hour. I don't know how you could talk an hour about that. Although he's a very interesting guy.
Yeah, he is.
A very well read, and in fact, the fact that he joined the discussion about the Fed was really interesting.
Yeah.
And also, let's pay attention to that. Obviously, this is a entertainment segment. We're bringing you interesting stuff from our partners, and it is no way an invitation to or financial advice on buying anything. As we all know, meme coins are a zero-sum game. For every dollar that you take out of it, someone loses. There's no price. It's musical chairs. As soon as the chair comes out, someone's out. So make sure you do your own research. Learn lessons that we teach you. Don't listen to us when we're not telling you what to do. And Pedro and I are entertainers, and so are our guests.
This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. First and foremost, please, if you do make money, consult a chat. Holy crap.
Chuck Jansen with the super chat. Ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Jansen, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. As always, we say the money goes to support this channel. Thank you. It also supports the YouTube algorithm saying that, hey, this isn't just some crap channel. People actually like it and are willing to put their money behind it. Always Ultra, got 100 coins left. 100K coins. Let's go, Peaches. Thanks for joining us, Always Ultra. We really appreciate it. I know you found us through the Peaches room. Why don't you let us know where in the world you're coming to us from? So we like to know where everyone's coming from, so we can talk about it. Invariably, at some point, Pedro and I have been to
many places.
Yeah,
we've been many places around the world, and most likely we're going to be able to.
Dara says, Pedro Namas, what does the future hold for Ethereum? Dump it or pump it?
Let's check here real quick.
Love it or list it.
Love it or list it. Honestly, it's coming back down. So, like I said, we came back, hit this 8-period moving average, and we are coming down. So I expect us to really hit this area of that 3112. The fact is that if we see another sell-off in BTC, like I expect to see a little bit of a sell-off down to that green area that I was talking about, I would expect this one to come down from 33.12 down to 31.12 to 31. Now, it all depends, right? Because like I said, sometimes you just don't know exactly what it wants to do, right? So on the back end, I'm looking at this going, if we start to see a sell-off, we could see another retracement back, and this could be a flash crash. I would expect to see some type of flash crash within this where it could come back down to this 23.91, and I can see institutions doing it. Just have them drop a ton of stuff, right? And then everybody else gets freaked out and sells because they see a giant red candle, and then from there they would just come in and buy everybody else up. So I would, if that happens, I would go through and I'd almost put and again, it's not a financial advice, but I would put some type of limit order down sitting at these lower levels here. And if we do have a fat flash crash here, you picked up Ethereum and a few of these other babies at low prices. So just a thought. Yep. Oh.
All right, Bad Rich, I'm going to give you your shine here. Reward token. Thanks to the reward token people for coming out once again and bombing the chat. The reward token people, their chart has just been doing very well.
Let's pull it up. Actually, we can pull it up here real quick. Boom. And they're on BSC, right? PooCoin.app. I always crack up.
Look at Chuck playing the futures markets. Play some shorts or the options or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Soon Chuck's going to be out on the street begging for his super chat money back. I lost it all. The margin called me after I put the house deed on it.
Dude, I literally met somebody. I was Ubering years ago, and I'm not joking, dude. It's so sad. I met a guy who literally took his mortgage out, and he literally went through and put it all on Bitcoin when it was at 20,000, and he said it's going to 100,000. And I looked at him. I said, "It's not. I'm telling you, get that money back. Get that money back."
It's going up.
Dude, it
or
dropped.
Which did it go? Did it go? It went to 18.
No, dude. It was he got in at it around 20,000. Two bull markets ago, and that was the high.
Oh,
and,
two bull markets ago,
bro. And this, dude, it broke my heart. Like, this was years ago, bro. And I sat there, and I always think about that guy. I always think about him because, it's just, you don't know, right? And he didn't know, but I was trying to say, man, don't do that. Don't do that. So, whatever. I always think about him. Anyways, but I gotta admit, dude, this looks beautiful, man. This nice little pullback with hardly any sells. We're already almost 2/3 of the way done with the day, and this is still looking strong. So I mean, look at this. Hardly any sells, right? That pullback is nice, dude. You can't. That's a good looking chart there, absolutely. And where you guys, you're climbing up a market cap. You're at 69,000. It's good. How many holders they got going on here? Okay, let's go holders. They've got 7. They're increasing in their holders, 764. You guys, sooner or later, man, this baby's gonna. I expect you guys to sooner or later really pump. I mean, just these are really good numbers. It's a good chart. I'm seeing sell-offs there. It's a good looking chart. If it does come back down, you guys got good areas here where you can actually buy in. I mean, I would capture this little part down in here. If it does do a sell-off, this is the area that I would look to really purchase, right in this level here.
I'll be right back, Pedro.
It's all right. And then, so yeah, it's a nice little area. Let me put on the moving averages here again, just to make sure. Modified. Now it's really interesting when I look at the rewards token, right, is that you guys have been just steadily picking up, right? Like just moving along, getting it going. And I have to admit, like, oh, not modify. I thought it was. Give me 1 second. I have to admit, you guys are just plugging along, man. I mean, you're just grinding it out. You guys are. I've seen a few of your guys' posting. You guys are out there. You've got a good raid team. You guys are just doing what you need to do, and I respect that. I mean, that's the sign. And you guys are growing in your community as well. So it's real interesting to see what happens. How far is this going to go? I mean, you guys could. I mean, from 69,000, someone sooner or later going to come around, look at that, see your organization, see how it goes on, what's going on within the Telegram, see that, it looks like a nice chart. And at $69,000 market cap, that's an attractive, like that is attractive. You're like, man, if this thing pops, you could jump to $1 million or $2 million real quick. So, and that's a 10x for anybody. As long as you guys are putting money into your guys' liquidity pool and keep building that, it's looking good. But what are your thoughts, Tom?
Chart go up equals good. Now they got two things going for them. Obviously, we don't know really anything about them at all or how this works. Maybe one of those rewards guys will send us a link to learn about it. But the chart's going up, and they have a good community that is out there pushing the project. So. Those are two good things right off the bat. Both of those are very difficult to get. Getting a good community. I mean, you and I've worked at it for a year, and we finally have a good community here. Let me rephrase that. We have an effing awesome community, ladies and gentlemen.
I was gonna say we have a rockin', bro. We have a good dude. Our dudes are solid, right. Like rock. But
let's do ourselves a favor today and wrap the show up.
Let's do it.
And then at let's say about 1:40ish or so, we'll start Twitter Spaces. I want to go in and listen to the DeFi Dojo Lounge and show my support over there for this project and all that type of stuff because the Peaches is on that, and I think it'll be good for us to go steal some more viewers from over there.
I love it. Alrighty. You heard him, guys. We're closing up shop. Head over to DeFi Dojo. Say what's up to him. And then from there, we're gonna open up our spaces, and it's FRF Full Rant Friday. Come in, complain about the market, complain about your ex-wife, or even complain about your next door neighbor's dog that keeps barking. Either way, head on over, and we'll have a good time.
I'm putting on the screen. DeFi Dojo's Twitter. Sorry, guys, I missed a bunch of comments there.
What rewards?
Was Carmen in the house? Oh, Carmen's in the house. Carmen Crypto, ladies and gentlemen, Carmen Crypto.
What up?
Thanks for joining us.
My
comment screen froze there for a little bit.
Crypto. Sparkle.
But anyway, my Twitter, we'll be on Twitter at striking_balls. Just go find us in about 20 minutes or so. Go get some food. Go do whatever you need to do. Then come back and listen to us. Space Cat, if you're at the gym, enjoy us in another 30 and 40 minutes from now. Anyway, we're gonna end it here now, and go off with the usual. I'll get it right this time. I can't believe I blew. I worked on that last night, even after 2 bourbons. I worked on it, and then this morning I worked on it, and then I forgot that I had set the. I forgot one thing doing it today here, and I blew the new cool ending that I did to the dojo segment.
Sometimes the way
Carmen,
it
we're doing a
rolls.
space here in about 20 minutes. We got to wrap the show up. I love this music. I love hearing it. Every time I pick a theme song or something like that, it gets in my head.
That happens, bro. What are you gonna do?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to join us in spaces later, please do. If you don't want to join us, then you can just F right off out of here, man. Just out, like that meme with the old guy. Out. Get out. All right, everybody. I'm out, and so we'll see you over at Spaces, or we'll see you Monday, because we'll be on Monday, Tuesday of next week. I'm not sure about Wednesday. Mrs. Striking's coming to town. I got to get her at the airport. And then I'm going to be on a little vacation. So Pedro and I will have to coordinate the schedule quite well. Anyway, au revoir.
Au revoir.
Wait, that's
Peace.
wrong. Mixed French and Spanish. That's just not right. I'll say adios, amigos.